Yes, but now we're going to give Fran, Ben and Emily a chance to weigh into our top US TV shows debate. Anyone care to go first?
I'll jump in first.
We have about 5 to 6 minutes to get all of them out there. So.
Mine's not top, like all-time top favourites. Mine are like my current favourites, which I've started to really watch recently, such as Ringer. I don't know. I'm trying to get Emily to watch it. So if anyone
desperate for me to watch it.
So
the episode's Ringer. This has happened. I'm like, I don't watch it. I don't know.
So good. Ringer, and then I like Once Upon a Time. That's come out here now. It's really good. New Girl. It's a new favourite in the house. We all love it. And recently today, actually, a show called Smash.
I've seen this advertised on Sky Atlantic.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about a fifth. But
that
was 5.
What about an all-time favourite?
All-time favourite.
Not a newer one.
I would have to say something like Gilmore Girls, classic. Like something I grew up with. I know it makes people say Friends or something like that, but...
Yeah. See, we didn't really mention many old ones. I mean, Charlotte, you said Sesame Street, didn't you?
Charmed.
Oh,
a bit of Charmed back in the day.
Like after school when you come back and there'd just be random episodes on. Yeah. Oh, it was so... And with the terrible effects and stuff. Oh,
yeah.
Brilliant.
Or if I go really far back, I used to sit and watch... oh my God, Dallas.
Oh my God.
My mum, she used to make me watch it with her. So.
And I know Megan Riley has been in before. She was championing Golden Girls on Twitter, wasn't she? Which we didn't mention again last week.
Classic. So. But Betty White, you've got her. She's joined Twitter actually as well.
Really?
Yeah.
She's
she was flirting with Ryan Seacrest over Twitter.
I did notice there was outcry yesterday because on Coronation Street, Betty had a funeral. And trending worldwide was R.I.P. Betty. Oh. And if you clicked on it, everyone was just like, no, Betty White's died, no. Absolutely.
I know, it's just Corrie.
But the thing with Twitter is they have Twitter deaths for every celebrity now. Patrick Dempsey died last week, which is not true, but
yeah, there's outcry over Betty White now. We can assure you she didn't. It's not true. It was Betty from Coronation Street.
Still alive.
Ben, any thoughts?
Yeah.
About US TV shows?
Probably going to find out what sort of TV I like with this list. I would go How I Met Your Mother. I just think it's very good.
That was mentioned last week.
They're finally picking it up again. I thought it got a bit sort of stagnant as they were trying, because obviously there's a certain time limit that you can have on that sort of show.
How many series has there been now?
There are 7 or 8 series in there.
Oh my goodness.
The kids are...
Mother is.
Yeah, that story, because at the start of every sort of episode or so, they show the kids.
It's the same shot from the first episode of the first series to what it is now.
Yeah, but the kids...
This is a long story.
Yeah, the kids who started the series are now mid-20s.
Yeah.
So that they're running out of time, really. Yeah. But they have now actually set a date. In the final episode, they said that 2015. In 2015 Ted has a baby.
And then I worked out how the time limits and what it will be when he will meet the mother. I was like trying to analyse it.
I'm not that sad.
So she sat through and told me, right, he's 9 months in the pregnancy. That means they have to know each other for at least 6 months, and that's a series. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, so probably next series, although they'll probably then just carry on and talk about the actual relationship between him and the mother, I guess.
You have to change the name of the show.
Yeah, How I Wooed Your Mother.
Well, there was the Simpsons episode from last week that we talked about called How I Wet Your Mother.
How I what?
Lovely.
Yes.
What was that? What?
There was a Simpsons version of
Simpsons.
That.
I thought
it was called How I Wet Your Mother.
I thought it was a different kind of version. You were talking
not that kind of version, Emily.
Anyway,
moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
Emily won't get a chance to tell us hers.
Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of that.
My sister doesn't like it though. We were sitting and watching it, and she was like, "I don't understand."
She's massively wrong.
I know. Yeah. The amount of times we've sat and sung the theme tune as a household. Well, everybody, we all do. We all sit there and start singing. It's our whole universe. Okay, we're not going to do it, but
Bazinga.
Down.
Bazinga.
Game of Thrones.
This is very popular. I'm not getting into this yet, but apparently it's
you have to watch it, seriously.
Well, I tend to
watch it.
I don't like watching things when they first come on TV because they get cancelled and then
you
can't. They don't finish.
The second series. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, the first series out now, but it's like 30 or 40 quid, so I'm waiting on loan day.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get so invested in something and then they just end it.
I want to get it for myself.
You can watch it online in wonderfully legitimate stages.
I know, but I like actually owning it and then watching it. It's nice in HD and you don't get this whole buffering or downloading. And it's just,
I can't really think of another two. I suppose Scrubs. I like Scrubs.
Yeah, that came last week.
And The West Wing.
Yeah, that was my top one. So
I suppose I'll give them The West Wing. That's my 5. But
there we go.
I've got one I can mention quickly.
Yes.
Which me and my boyfriend Chris, who's actually listening now, we've been watching Chuck, a TV series.
Chuck. Yeah. I remember that was on E4.
Yeah,
TV shows keep getting thrown in that I don't think of.
Sorry?
They keep getting thrown in that I don't think of. I'd not thought of that.
Chuck is awesome.
So like when you mentioned Charm, like things you used to watch after school, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How can we not mention that?
Why didn't we think of that?
And
Sabrina! Okay, I don't have a top 5 because I can't think of 5, but that definitely, like Sabrina, you just grew up with it. It's
Melissa Joan Hart is actually in my birthdays this week.
Is she?
She is. Let me check.
She's 36.
She's 36 this week.
No.
I know, scary.
Wow.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I wonder how long her and Harvey have been together now. Yeah, I don't really have a top 5, but I do have a number 1.
You've got about less than a minute to give us your...
My number 1 is Buffy, of all time. I didn't, because I got into it super late, but when I did, I got all... I watched, sort of borrowed the VHSs off a friend, and my sort of 3 of my friends like pitched in and got me all 7 series in a box set. So I've just, it just doesn't get any better. It's witty, it's funny, it's scary, it's great.
There's a musical number.
There's a musical episode. I don't know. I think Joss Whedon's a genius, so I think it's absolutely brilliant, and it's still going on. I guess in comic book form, but I haven't been keeping up with those.
Maybe the legacy of it is things like, I don't want to compare them and upset you, but things like Twilight and the vampire things that have come from it. It maybe inspired. Exactly, that's what I mean. Maybe it inspired those things.
Yeah, but they were evil vampires. Buffy, not.
It's just a suggestion, Emily.
Sparkle.
It's just a suggestion. It's like the time when I suggested wrestling and Glee could be compared. That didn't go down too well.
Maybe
go down
not.
Too well.
But yeah, so on the vampire part, I love True Blood. I've kept up with that for a while. That's pretty good. It's basically like just, well, I guess I'm not gonna say it's like soft porn, but
you just did.
If you want that, you should watch Game of Thrones.
Well, this is the thing. I was going to watch it with my mum, but then my mum was like, "I think there's a lot of sex in it," and I was like, "Okay, maybe I won't watch it with you then." And obviously, I can't not mention Glee.
Of course.
But that's a love-hate relationship.
It's a very love-hate relationship.
There's a lot of hate.
There's a lot of hate. A very occasional love, but mostly hate.
Well, actually,
there's a lot of love towards Santana.
A lot of love towards Santana.
Actually, love-hate relationships take this song quite nicely to the next song because a lot of people love it. I imagine a lot of people probably hate it as well.
I love it.
So we'll be playing that, and we'll be going into the Sky News. We'll be coming back with events in history and famous birthdays, and then we'll be talking to our guest, James Lloyd. This, though, is Carly Rae Jepsen.
I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked in...
So Dusty Springfield there, very different from the White Stripes song, as we were saying. That's really all we can think of when we hear I don't know what to do with myself. And maybe you'll think differently now you've heard that song. So, we now are able to properly welcome James Lloyd. Welcome to the American Dream Team.
Be a slow clap. You normally get that on radio stations. I've heard it before.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Steve Wright in the afternoon, exactly.
So as you're working hard, I'm sure you listen to Steve
Always
Wright.
working hard, yeah. Always working hard if the guys at work are listening.
Yeah. So you studied at the University of Lincoln. You're a graduate from here?
I am, yeah. I'm a fully fledged postgrad. It's actually my first time back here since graduating, so that's like
emotional.
4 years. It's emotional, or as
4 years.
You Americans would say, it's totes emosh.
Nice,
yeah,
nice. So what did you study in Lincoln?
Computer science. So I'm an IT bod. Unfortunately,
I think I've called it computer programming, computer and IT.
It's all the same sort of thing. You know, I sit at a keyboard and do computer stuff.
So
yeah, make it look like you're working. But
yeah, exactly.
Facebook.
Playing Tetris,
Facebook games. Yeah,
it's pretty similar to what we do.
As students,
most students, I think. Yeah.
But we're here to talk to you about your trip to New York and California. Yeah. So how did that come about? You went actually with your course.
It was with uni, yeah. I remember I was sat in the labs upstairs and working hard. An email came through to say a trip to San Fran, if anybody's interested. And
you just delete that. Yeah, not bother.
I kind of thought, you know what? Yeah, I'm interested in that. Obviously, going with the university is much cheaper. There's quite a few of us that went at the same time, so they can get Nearly started singing then. San Francisco. Basically, all the usual things you'd expect, really. Alcatraz. Main one. Went up and down the hills in the cable cars or whatever they're actually called.
Dangling precariously off the side.
Yes, yeah, you do.
You
weirdly.
do.
You actually do.
Yeah.
Is there a seatbelt here? Is there not some
No,
sort of
I know,
thing?
you just have to hang on and just hope for the best.
No, I mean, they've got a big bell to warn people that come in, but that's about it, really, for the safety. So, yeah, we just enjoyed the weather. Went and had a look around a baseball stadium. I'm guessing you guys would know about.
Giants.
The Giants, yes.
Yeah, I saw a
big
game.
fan of the
AT&T
Giants.
Stadium.
Yes, and I went around a computer game studio, which isn't all that interesting, so I won't go on about that one.
So it wasn't just a uni holiday. It was something to do with your studies. You got to.
It was related to my studies, but at the same time, I won't sit here and pretend it was all
work.
It was all work. It was quite a fun trip. It was.
If you go to San Fran and not see things, that would be
exactly a bit
travesty.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to go to Silicon Valley or anything like that? Or
there was a trip. Down to Silicon Valley. The thing with America is it's quite big, and if you're in San Fran, going to Silicon Valley is it's still quite a trip, even though you're out there. And the night before, we had been out partying. The fact that we were in San Fran, and the next day we either had the choice of a few-hour journey or going to a radio station. Actually, as it worked out, so went to the radio station instead, around the corner.
Okay.
Probably
that more time in
best
bed.
on a hangover.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was hungover, but I was. Yeah,
more still drunk.
Yeah, I was very glad to see the water fountain in the radio station. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so then that gives you a chance to maybe one day go back to California and visit Silicon Valley, or.
Well, this is it. I haven't done it all in one go now, so I've got a reason to go back.
Silicon Valley?
Well, I'm assuming. I don't know. To be honest, maybe
It's very computer based.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah. It's called Silicon
It's
because
not
all the chips and that.
Oh, that's why I thought it was to do with, like, boob jobs.
No, that may be another reason for me to go if that's the case.
You would have gone to the radio station if that was the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking more of the IT side of things, but yeah. But I mean, there's so much to do in California. I mean, you've seen the adverts with Arnie and all the rest of them. I'm not sure if he still does that. That advert,
California.
But, exactly, yeah. And that was exactly how he speaks as well.
I'm really good at impressions.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, talking about it, we were talking earlier. Ashton Kutcher is apparently playing Steve Jobs.
I was listening on the way in, making myself nervous about going on, and I heard that he's doing that, and I thought, does he look anything like?
That's
He looks
like
like young version. Find a picture.
All right, I'm
he
gonna
looks
find-
like
If
the
we can find a
younger
picture, because I
version.
can't see, especially with the beard, I can't see.
Oh, yeah.
him.
Yeah, Steve Jobs had a beard when he was younger.
Did he?
No, that's the kind of wrong picture. Go.
So is this Aston or is this?
That's Steve Jobs. This, look.
No.
Gripping stuff,
Yeah,
radio.
I
realise
realise
you can't see
five
this.
of us
No, if
look
you
at-
could see what I'm seeing
If you
here.
Google search young Steve Jobs,
It's like the third picture.
there is a picture of him side by side with Ashton Kutcher now, and they do look very similar, to be fair to
I
them.
actually can't believe that.
Where?
They are very
I'll have a
similar. If you're at home on a computer or whatever, it is worth
Jack,
googling
that's
because
Jack.
That is actually. I think you should tweet that picture, Ben.
That's surprisingly similar.
See, I
isn't it?
told
Yeah.
you.
Jack is amazed. You
Yeah.
can't believe that.
Surprisingly.
Yeah,
similar.
tweet the picture.
And supposedly everyone's on board with it, and they said they're okay with him
Yeah.
doing it. So
Well, Siren ADT will be tweeting that picture, so you'll be able to see for yourself. But yeah, there's a remarkable similarity there between
Remarkable.
Steve Jobs and
I'll put it on the
Ashton Kutcher.
Facebook as well.
Oh, there we go. So you also went to New York, but I think we'll have a little song and we'll come back and talk about
Yeah,
that.
cool.
Now, I know you're a huge Michael Jackson fan,
Oh, you haven't.
so
have you?
I had to put a bit of Michael
Oh,
Jackson
Jack,
on. There
you're a
we go.
star. Thank
And,
you. Thank you. I was hoping.
Maybe we can have a picture of you moonwalking across the studio,
I can try. I can try, yeah.
But
I've
this
done
is
it. Or tried.
but for now, this is Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.